Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm here in Healdsburg, California. It's the day before the 2017 Lake Sonoma 50 mile. I'm with Kaci Lickteig. Good afternoon, morning? Good late morning.
Yes, good morning, afternoon.
How are you doing? It's the day before 50 miles.
I'm doing well. Excited to be here again. It's fun. Fourth time now.
Yeah, so this is a course, this is a race that has some brutality to it, but there are also some really lovely features. Green in California in the spring, all of the events that Tropical John Medinger puts around this race. But running 50 miles in Sonoma is also a hard 50 miles. What keeps bringing you back here?
I love this race is just a good fitness test, and getting out on a course that has a lot of vertical gain in a short amount of time in retrospect, but yeah. And just being here out in the green after having dull, drab winter, so it's just kind of a refresher from winter to spring.
Okay. You had quite a 2016. I'm talking to the 2016 Ultra Running Magazine Ultra Runner of the Year. Looking at your year from the outside in, it seemed like you just couldn't miss. What did 2016 feel like to you?
It really was just a blessing for me to be healthy the whole year and consistent with training and racing, so just being grateful and happy. I am very blessed to have that.
Following up your win at Western States last year, probably your other big race for the year was the Bear 100 in September, which you also won. After that, you kind of, at least according to your results, sort of went quiet and did more local races. Can you talk about what you've been up to since the Bear last fall?
Really just training, doing consistent training, doing 5-mile road races every other week for fun.
5-mile road races? Yes! How's that?
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
It's been fun though. It's just a low-key event in around Bellevue, Nebraska. So it's just something to keep your fitness up and motivation throughout the winter.
Have you found that that's actually also a good training tool aside from getting some fast miles in? Are you improving at the 5-mile distance? Is that translating to some of your other running?
It definitely does. It keeps me sharper for just fitness wise, and I have been seeing results like you get to, every other week it's the same course, so you get to see if you're doing better or worse, so it's good. It's been good for training.
Awesome. Last year here at Lake Sonoma you finished second, but you were just rebuilding your fitness again after an injury over the winter. I know you always like to sort of not draw attention to yourself, but where would you put your fitness now compared to this time last year?
I definitely have come into this race more fit than last year and more consistent with training. Just been because I've been healthy, so that's the key.
So a lot of us who are fans of you follow your running on Strava, but sometimes it's hard to sort out exactly what's happening in your workouts and what you're doing. So can you break down just a little bit of maybe some of your goal training ahead of Lake Sonoma?
Sure. A lot of it's been just steady state tempo intervals.
Okay.
So anything from like 10-minute intervals and recovery for 5 minutes, and then doing that from 4 times to up to 8 times in a workout. So just kind of doing that a couple times a week, and then having my little 5-mile races.
Little 5-mile races. I love that we say little, because really a 5-mile race is actually like kind of a hard race, hard distance.
Yes, you have to definitely know your pacing. Otherwise you can blow up.
Western States is back on your calendar. Mm-hmm. Being the women's returning champion for Western States, you already have entry. You don't have to worry about a golden ticket tomorrow. But you have all this history with Lake Sonoma. Are you here to win? Are you here to push the pace and hopefully lead some girls around the lake and back?
Honestly, it's my fitness test. So I just like to come back as to see where I'm at this year versus last year, and I understand that the course is going to be different, you know, regardless of weather and conditions, but it's just good for me to know where I'm at for a baseline going into Western, and that's why I really like this, and it's like the spring kickoff for me.
Spring kickoff. One really interesting race on your schedule this year, at least from my perspective, is UTMB. So you're going to try to turn your summer around with doing the runnable Western States and then the mountainous UTMB.
I just want to try something new, and I was given this opportunity, so I really couldn't pass it up. I know I'm going to go into it with respect and just learning from others. So I want to run it and finish it regardless of where I finish.
You're from Nebraska.
Yes.
100 feet is a big hill. There's no shame in that. But how do you train for something, or how do you envision training for something like UTMB going at home?
I definitely will practice and go out to Hitchcock, which is a nature center in Omaha that you can finally get up to like 230 feet of gain on a hill. So just, you know, hill repeats. And one thing I love about it is that you can train wherever you are. You just gotta know how to train, and you know,
Got some bubbles.
We got bubbles coming through.
Amazing.
And just working with Jason Coop, you know, he knows what I need and how I need to go about training. So listening to him and doing what he, you know, says I need to do in order to get me as fully prepared, that's what I'll be doing.
Last question for you. Stephanie Howe has a pretty stout course record here on the Lake Sonoma course, but this year's women's field is arguably Lake Sonoma's deepest so far. Predictions, do you see the course record going down tomorrow?
It potentially could. It's depending on how much the mud is going to affect the footing and everything, but those women definitely are going after those tickets, and I can't wait to see who gets them because they all deserve to go. So it could not. It's just whoever plays the smart race.
Got it. Well, best of luck to you and your own smart race tomorrow and your own fitness test around Lake Sonoma and back.
Thank you very much, and thank you for being here.
Oh, Lake Sonoma is kind of something we don't like to miss. It's a good golden ticket show. It's a good weekend.
It is. It's a great race.
Good luck, Kaci.
Thank you.
This is our fancy new microphone.
I like it. Where's the little fuzz guy? Remember your little friend?
Well, we thought about putting something funny on it, but
that would have been hilarious.
Yeah. I'm really not into microphones, so
You're just like, go away.
Who is this strange beast? Who's joining us?
It's, what should we name her?
Oh, it's a she.
It's a she.
Amazing. Wow. I don't know. What do you think?
She's kind of like a Paulette. Looks like a Paulette.
Paulette.
I don't know.
Hi, Paulette. How are you?
See, she's happy.
Okay.
Okay.